Good evening, and welcome to the Sleepy Bookshelf, where we put down our worries from the day and pick up a good book. I'm Elizabeth, your host, and it's lovely to have you here with me tonight. This evening, I'm excited to be beginning our new book, Anne of the Island, which is the third book in the famous series by Lucy Maud Montgomery, published in 1915. We have already read the previous 2 installments on the Sleepy Bookshelf. If you haven't heard them already, why not go and check them out first? But to briefly recap, Anne of Green Gables follows the adventures of Anne Shirley, a fiery, intelligent, red-headed orphan girl who is adopted by an elderly couple, Matthew and Marilla Cuthbert. Her new home is the house and farm called Green Gables on Canada's Prince Edward Island. She attends school there and makes friends, including the kind-hearted Diana Barry and the charming and smart Gilbert Blythe. Matthew very sadly passes away at the end of the first book, and in the second book, Anne of Avonlea, Anne ages from 16 to 18. She becomes a teacher at Avonlea School and begins to question what she wants to do with her life. The husband of Marilla's neighbour and friend, Rachel Lynde, passes away, and Rachel agrees to move in with Marilla at Green Gables and look after the twins, Davy and Dora, who have come into Marilla's care. In this third book, we begin with Anne preparing to leave for Redmond College in Kingsport, Nova Scotia. Gilbert will be attending there too, as well as her old Avonlea friend, Charlie Sloane, and her Queen's Academy friend, Priscilla Grant. If this is your first visit to the Sleepy Bookshelf, welcome. Don't worry if you drop off before I finish this part of the story, because at the beginning of the next episode, I'll give you a thorough recap. That way, you can rest easy without worrying about missing anything important. All the books here on the show are selected and edited to help you fall asleep. We keep the plot lines, protagonists and antagonists, and moments of tension, but we do remove anything that might be startling or upsetting to ensure you always get a good night's rest. That's what makes this the Sleepy Bookshelf. Now, as always, take some time here to put the day behind you. Inhale and have a nice big stretch. And on your exhale, just relax and allow your limbs to fall heavy. Let go of any tension you're holding in your muscles. And with each exhale, sink deeper and deeper into your bed. Let's take another deep breath in and hold it for a moment. And then exhale completely, allowing any lingering thoughts to dissolve into the air. Now, all you need to do is listen to the sound of my voice as you make your way into a peaceful sleep. And while you do that, I'll turn to the first pages of Anne of the Island. Anne of the Island by Lucy Maud Montgomery. Chapter 1. The Shadow of Change. "Harvest has ended and summer is gone," quoted Anne Shirley, gazing across the shorn fields dreamily. She and Diana Barry had been picking apples in the Green Gables orchard, but were now resting from their labours in a sunny corner where airy fleets of thistledown drifted by on the wings of a wind that was still summer sweet, with the incense of ferns in the haunted wood. But everything in the landscape around them spoke of autumn. The sea was roaring hollowly in the distance. The fields were bare and sere, scarfed with goldenrod. The brook valley below Green Gables overflowed with asters of ethereal purple, and the lake of shining waters was blue. Blue, not the changeful blue of spring, nor the pale azure of summer, but a clear, steadfast, serene blue, as if the water were past all moods and tenses of emotion and had settled down to a tranquility unbroken by fickle dreams. "It has been a nice summer," said Diana, twisting the new ring on her left hand with a smile. "And Miss Lavender's wedding seemed to come as a sort of crown to it, I suppose. Mr. and Mrs. Irving are on the Pacific coast now." "It seems to me they have gone long enough to go around the world," sighed Anne. "I can't believe it is only a week since they were married. Everything has changed. Miss Lavender and Mr. and Mrs. Allen gone. How lonely the manse looks with all the shutters all closed. I went past it last night. Made me feel as if everybody in it had died." "We'll never get another minister as nice as Mr. Allen," said Diana with gloomy conviction. "I suppose we'll have all kinds of supplies this winter, and half the Sundays no preaching at all. And you and Gilbert gone. It will be awfully dull." "Fred will be here," insinuated Anne slyly. "When is Mrs. Lynde going to move up?" asked Diana, as if she had not heard Anne's remark. "Tomorrow. I'm glad she's coming, but it will be another change. Marilla and I cleared everything out of the spare room yesterday. Do you know, I hated to do it. Of course it was silly, but it did seem as if we were committing sacrilege. That old spare room has always seemed like a shrine to me. When I was a child, I thought it the most wonderful apartment in the world. You remember what a consuming desire I had to sleep in a spare room bed. But not the Green Gables spare room. Oh no, never there. It would have been too terrible. I couldn't have slept a wink from awe. I never walked through that room when Marilla sent me on an errand. No, indeed, I tiptoed through it and held my breath as if I were in a church. I felt relieved when I got out of it. Pictures of George Whitefield and the Duke of Wellington hung in there, one on each side of the mirror, and frowned so sternly at me all the time I was in, especially if I dared peep in the mirror, which was the only one in the house that didn't twist my face a little. I always wondered how Marilla dared house clean that room. Now it's not only cleaned, but stripped bare. George Whitefield and the Duke have been relegated to the upstairs hall. So passes the glory of this world, concluded Anne, with a laugh in which there was a little note of regret. It is never pleasant to have our old shrines desecrated, even when we have outgrown them. It'll be so lonesome when you go, moaned Diana for the 100th time. And to think you go next week. But we're together still, said Anne cheerily. We mustn't let next week rob us of this week's joy. I hate the thought of going myself. Home and I are such good friends. Talk of being lonesome, it is I who should groan. You'll be here with any number of your old friends, and Fred, while I shall be alone among strangers, not knowing a soul. Except Gilbert and Charlie Sloane, said Diana, imitating Anne's italics and slyness. Charlie Sloane will be a great comfort, of course, agreed Anne sarcastically, whereupon both those irresponsible damsels laughed. Diana knew exactly what Anne thought of Charlie Sloane, but despite sundry confidential talks, she did not know just what Anne thought of Gilbert Blythe. To be sure, Anne herself did not know that. The boys may be boarding at the other end of Kingsport for all I know, Anne went on. I'm glad I'm going to Redmond. I'm sure I shall like it after a while. But for the first few weeks, I know I won't. I shan't even have the comfort of looking forward to the weekend visit home, as I had when I went to Queen's. Christmas will seem like 1,000 years away. Everything is changing, or going to change, said Diana sadly. I have a feeling that things will never be the same again, Anne. We have come to a parting of the ways, I suppose, said Anne thoughtfully. We had to come to it. Do you think, Diana, that being grown up is really as nice as we used to imagine it would be when we were children? I don't know. There are some nice things about it, answered Diana, again caressing her ring with that little smile, which always had the effect of making Anne feel suddenly left out and inexperienced. There are so many puzzling things too. Sometimes I feel as if being grown up just frightened me. Then I would give anything to be a little girl again. I suppose we'll get used to being grown up in time, said Anne cheerfully. There won't be so many unexpected things about it by and by. Though after all, I fancy it's the unexpected things that give spice to life. We're 18, Diana. In 2 more years, we'll be 20. When I was 10, I thought 20 was a green old age. In no time, you'll be a staid, middle-aged matron, and I shall be a nice, old maid Aunt Anne, coming to visit you on vacations. You'll always keep a corner for me, won't you, darling? Not the spare room, of course. Old maids can't aspire to spare rooms. I shall be as humble as Uriah Heep, and quite content with a little over the porch or off the parlour cubbyhole. What nonsense you do talk, Anne, laughed Diana. You'll marry somebody splendid and handsome and rich, and no spare room in Avonlea will be half gorgeous enough for you, and you'll turn your nose up at all the friends of your youth. That would be a pity. My nose is quite nice, but I fear turning it up would spoil it, said Anne, patting that shapely organ. I haven't so many good features that I can afford to spoil those I have. So even if I should marry the king of the islands, I promise you, I won't turn my nose up at you, Diana." With another gay laugh, the girls separated.